All right, guys, it's time to do some admitting,
Fact check.
some fact checking here. I've been wrong about a lot of stuff this season.
Oh,
Yeah, you have. That's
You've
that's
been wrong-
actually the most truthful thing you've
You've
said.
been wrong on a couple things. Jimmy's actually been
never
right
been
on
wrong.
everything,
Thank
right?
you.
Well, is that a shock? I mean, he's never been wrong in his
It's
life.
actually
boy.
pretty truthful, though. I haven't been wrong on a
He's
lot
like
of things.
Marcus Smart, never committed a foul in their lives. He's never been wrong in your life.
Thank you.
CLNS
Appreciate that.
Radio.
Why
have
don't
you
you
been-
start us off then?
Oh, what I was wrong about?
Yeah, I know we don't have all
All
night
right.
though.
When
Just pick one or two.
all right,
we don't have all
Gordon
night.
easy. When Gordon Hayward
mad
went down
today.
opening night, I said the Celtics would barely be 500.
Wow, but you were just
I was
upset.
caught up in the
Yeah,
emotions.
you were just upset. I don't
When did you
blame
say that? Like 5 minutes after he
Oh, was that we did
broke
the
his
stand
leg?
up? Yeah,
Okay,
we did
so it
the
was
stand up
post-game,
afterwards,
post-game.
post game. But
Yeah.
it was one of the more
You wrote the
upsetting games I've
obituary
ever
like
covered.
after game.
Everybody
one, huh?
did, except
Yeah.
Joe Sway, who got it right, predicting 55 wins. Go back and watch the tape.
Wow. Okay. For me, I was wrong about a couple of things.
A lot.
I'll admit it.
There it is, Jimmy.
You got to go back. You got to go back a couple years though, because I was not high on Terry Rozier. I
No.
was just not. I'll be honest. I barely even knew who the guy was. I was flipping through the NBA draft guide.
Who?
I think Kevin O'Connor was the only guy who knew who a kid
yeah.
was, only because he's the drafted guru. But I don't know what it is that Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens really saw in this guy at such a young age. Except now I do, because this kid, is proving to be an NBA starting guard in this league. Whether or not it's going to be the Celtics, who the heck knows?
Right.
The odds are still stacked up against him with Kyrie Irving on the team, but we're talking about a player who can absolutely start in the NBA on a number of teams today. And who, after the game, Jaylen Brown said, somebody asked Jaylen Brown about Rozier, and he said at the beginning of this year, he thought Rozier was good enough to be a starter in this league with the right opportunity. So, I mean, here's
He's
that
gotten
opportunity.
that opportunity.
You want
Here's
to go
that
back?
opportunity.
I'm going to name two things I was really wrong about.
Okay.
I was livid with Danny for trading Paul, Kevin to New Jersey, not to Brooklyn. I thought
Were
it
you?
was.
You
yeah.
didn't get it at that time?
I got it. I was just like, we gotta wait, and what's it gonna mean? And I was also really bummed when Doc left. I was like, this is not gonna work out well. That was wrong.
Big
worked
fat.
out.
That's an
Big
L for
fat
you. That's
wrong.
a big L for you. I mean, that couldn't have worked out obviously any more perfectly.
And I'm glad. I'll eat crow all day long.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart was another one. We both were never real high on Marcus.
So the thing about Marcus is, I mean, some days I'm high on him, some days I'm low on him. But I will admit
Like his
that
game.
I will admit that when he went down with that injury, was it the thumb?
Yep.
I
that
thought
picture.
that was it. The last time we were going to see Marcus Smart on the Celtics, because don't forget, I didn't expect the Celtics to get this far in the playoffs with Kyrie out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we
wrong
knew he wouldn't be back for the first round.
Right.
which-
So wrong about Marcus Smart, because this guy has been hugely important to them since he's returned.
Can I
Yeah.
say one
No,
thing?
he's got nothing.
Wait, I'm just gonna say one thing I was right about.
No, we're not doing that right now.
Okay.
We're not doing that. We
All
don't
right.
care about what you're right
Feisty
about.
Jimmy
Rondo.
right
I was
now.
right about Rondo since
We don't
2009.
care about what you're right about. Go.
I'll go back to the trade deadline
know
or the
what that
buyout.
means, you
The
right about
buyout
that.
deadline when the Celtics signed Greg Monroe from Phoenix. I'm gonna be honest. You check the tape. I thought he could be a starter
Yeah.
on this team because
Oh
he's a
my
guy that
goodness.
averaged 15 to 18 points, 7 to 10 rebounds in his career before. I thought
Boy,
he
he
could
has
crack
cinder
the
blocks on his
rotation.
feet.
He played.
It's hard to average that when you can't jump
played
2
over
inches.
He played 6 minutes tonight. He scored 4 points, so he did play a little bit. But Brad Stevens, I think, used him in a different role than I thought he was going to use him in. He's come off
like
the bench.
popcorn guy on the sidelines. I mean,
He's
I
a
don't
useful
know.
piece sometimes.
He's a warm body. He's definitely a warm body, I think, for most of the time
But
at least.
you've seen some games where Monroe has produced, 10 points
Yeah,
off the
no, I
bench,
have.
which
You
has
see
been.
it- you see it
but
in
the
spurts.
defense is not there, and I was wrong about that. So shame on me.
You see it in spurts, matchups wise with him, definitely. What else, guys? There's got to be something else that we were wrong about this year.
I don't know. I mean,
The fact that the Celtics are here, obviously, we were very
all
wrong about that because I think you picked the Bucks.
I picked the Bucks in in 6.
I did not pick the Bucks, but I did pick the Sixers.
I picked the Sixers too. I picked the Celtics in 6, Sixers in 6.
Sure, and I think it honestly took, we took
We took a beating for
yeah,
picking the Sixers.
it honestly took all the way until the Celtics won that series against the Sixers for me to finally be like, all right, this team, I don't know what to think anymore with this guy. I got to stop doubting him, and that's why I did pick Celtics in 7. Turns out, it looks like I might be wrong about that too, because I'm going with Celtics in 3 again, because I don't think the Cavs are going to show up for Game 4 if the Celtics win Saturday.
If the Celtics win Saturday, yeah, that's a rollover because LeBron's going to start thinking about his next destination.
He's already going to be planning out the TV appearance.
Yep.
Okay, so we were all
We were right
some
about
things,
everything.
right?
No, we were right about just about everything.
We were
Here
right
at
about a couple
CLNS
things.
Media, we are right about legit everything. Comment on this video below. What were
Tell
you
us why
wrong
we're
about?
not.
What were you wrong about this season? About the Celtics? About the NBA in general? What were you wrong about? Tell us.
Oh wait, All right, never mind.
No, go
We'll
ahead.
be good. What about Marcus Smart? Was anybody wrong about him?
I said. I
No, sorry,
couldn't-
Marcus Morris. Like, when that
Jeremy,
trade
the
happened.
producer behind the camera, he was quite wrong about him. He really didn't like him all season. Truthfully,
When the trade- when
the
the
trade
trade
was
I
the
wouldn't
right
say I was
trade.
wrong. I
Yeah.
was just surprised. Like it was a good.
No,
I
it
think
was a good
move.
trade. You had to trade.
Right?
To me, it was the
Avery didn't have a good
Oh,
year.
I thought it was
Like,
necessary at the time.
It was
yeah.
necessary. 'cause
It
the
wasn't
money-
really so much about Avery as it was they needed to move somebody. It worked out
He came-
contract-wise.
I mean, it was
to
Avery though.
move
They
him.
chose Smart over
He
Avery.
came
that's
in
the
with
thing.
the
Right, but
with the trouble with the authorities. He came in with an injury. I was
Everyone
really
forgot about
not,
that, by the
yeah,
way,
I was
that TMZ
not
report.
very high
Right. He had a
on
slow
Marcus
start.
Morris until
Second half of the
recently,
year. Second half of the year, and in the playoffs, we talked about it. He's
Yeah.
that tough guy. He's one of those tough
And
guys. And
one thing we were wrong about letting this segment go 10 minutes.
no, the longer the better for us. It's more airtime.
I like that. I
Everyone
like
likes
that.
to
Everybody
talk
gets
to us.
looked at, yeah.
Comment on this video below. What were you wrong about for the Celtics this season?